For our listeners here in Missoula, would you just explain a little bit about your background and how in the world you came to run for mayor of Helena?
Well, originally I'm from Liberia, West Africa, and Liberia is a small country on the coast, on the west coast of Africa, and we fled one of Africa's most brutal civil war. And how we ended up in Helena. You know, my wife actually graduated from Helena High. She was an exchange student, and she lived with a host family, Bruce and Joyce Knoxheim. And when she went back to Liberia, went to the university, we met. And when we fled, the only place she was talking about was Montana. And I didn't even know what the heck that was, because I didn't even think Montana was part of the U.S. And she kept saying, we need to go to Montana. You will love it there. And so eventually, her host family, Bruce and Joyce, were able to contact Carroll College, and Carroll College awarded her a full scholarship to do nursing. And that's how she was able to come. But I couldn't. I had to register with the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. And after I registered with them, my process started. And that vetting process took me 2 years and 7 months. And when my wife left, we didn't realize, but 2 weeks before she left, we found out she was pregnant. And she came anyway, even though it was tough. She came and she had the baby. She graduated from Carroll with honors. It took me 2 years and 7 months to finally join. And when I saw my daughter for the first time, she was almost 2 years old. And that was the hardest part about the whole separation.
Sure.
Not ever seeing my child, you
Sure.
know. So, and then I've been here for a while. I've gotten involved in everything. I've been coaching soccer. I am a member of my church choir. I am a part of the American Legion, part of Veterans for Foreign Wars. I'm also a Naval Reservist. I got 3 months to retire. I teach at the college, Helena College, University of Montana. So I've been involved in everything.
What was the platform that you said, okay, I'm running for mayor?
You know, my son was just here. He would tell you when I told, he came over and said, Dad, I think it's time you put your hat in the race. And I said, oh man, what would I need to do? He said, well, let's think about the platform. You need to go to the voters and find out their issues and make their issues your issues. And so we went to the voters and we picked the top three. And the top three were teenage and veteran homelessness and affordable housing. And the third one was providing funding for providers of essential services like firefighters and police officers, because we realized that they were really short-staffed. And everybody kept talking about how short they were, how they didn't attend to some of the emergency calls. And when our law enforcement and firefighters are not attending to emergency calls, that means we live in an unsafe city. And that took me off guard, and I decided to use that as my primary platform. And I guess it resonated with the voters because on the day of elections, they voted me in.
Now, have you had a chance to make? It hasn't been very long, so
it's been 2 months and 3 days.
So have you had a chance to visit with folks that can actually make some changes?
Oh yeah, we've been meeting. We've been meeting with the various places, Helena Housing Authority. We've been meeting with. We're looking at some federal grants to help our police and firefighters out, and I've been meeting with the voters because I have what you call Wednesdays with Wilmot. And we do that at a local Mexican grill where I come in after my administrative meeting and just hang out with the people there. They ask me questions. I answer their questions. Just hang out and get to know me and get to know them and know the pressing issues. And surprisingly, the last 2 months I've been in, the most pressing issues have been snow plowing. And I think we finally got that under control right now because we are getting some kudos letters and kudos emails telling us that we're doing the right thing. We should keep it up, so I know we're on the right track.
Wonderful. Now tell me why the reason that you're here today.
I'm here for the World Affairs event. You know, I got invited shortly after I became mayor, and I started researching them and knowing that there's a world panel of people who are from various countries they will be enlightening our students here in around the state on world culture, politics, and all of that. And I think that's very important because, like I always say, Montana is such a closed state, and any time we can get out, we can get world events here, or to expose our students, we should all be jumping at that because other than that, if they just live here, they will be shut out of everything. And so I'm very happy to be a part of this. And
what will you be sharing with the students this afternoon?
It took a while because I didn't know what to share, and then eventually I came up with, our students here in Montana, they have the tools they need to excel. I think they should use those tools and get involved and excel. And so I'm going to be giving a personal story of my own, and then I will be telling them how they can use those tools to get out in the world and do good, make the world a better place.